What's going on, YouTube? This is What Would Josh Do, and this is a super exciting video because I've been waiting on this product for a while. I ordered this thing, it feels like a lifetime ago. I'm most active on my YouTube community page, so if you click on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/wwjoshdEw, What Would Josh Do, and you go to community, or where it says posts, you'll see that this has been something I have been anticipating. It finally shipped, it finally arrived, and we're here today to make this video. And we've actually been working on several videos at once because today's our day off and we're just kind of trying to get through a bunch of videos. Some of them are exciting, some are less exciting. I hate that they put this sticker on top that kind of, you can see where it says Jackery Explorer 240D, and then you can't really read the rest of it. There's the UPC for the power bank itself. And so this is just the box. So let's open this up. All right, I'm just a little too excited. I need a knife. I freaking need to buy a knife. Keep original packaging and accessories for return. All right, so luckily we didn't destroy the box completely. All right, and that's a much better look. Check this out. I think I'm actually the first person to post a YouTube video of this solar generator right here, besides Jackery, of course. There's some people that have taken images, screenshots, and turned it into a video, but this is at least one of the very first videos of this power station, which is truly exciting because I like to test things thoroughly. I have a lot of these DC generators, like this little Jackery 100. This is a pretty good little guy here. And then this unit is going to compare closely to the C300 DC, except this one is a higher output and it does have XC60 and it does have, so it's not going to be a fair comparison by any means. This isn't going to be a comparison video, but this right here is the C200 DC, 200 watts. It has a 192 watt hour battery. This is going to be much more comparable to this unit, and we're going to definitely be checking that out. And one of the new ones that I'm waiting to finish the video and post it for you guys to see is this right here. This is also a very similar 192 watt hour. It's got a little pop-up light. It's a pretty cool little guy. And then I've got some that have the AC inverter inside it, so you can power AC things. And then I've got this older 65 watt 87 total with the two outputs. It's also got a light, but I have a lot of these little things. So this video, it's going to be me talking about this product only, but I want you to know that I have experiences with a lot of different DC output things like this guy right here. And I love these things so much. When I'm sitting on my couch, I like that I can plug in my RGLIX and charge it with these bigger batteries that last a couple hours of 100 watt continuous output to my RGLIX, or my MacBook Pro charges at 100 watts. I love these things so much. So let's stop. Let's get to the actual unboxing. So this is the Jackery 200 watt max, 2-in-1 carry handle, and 140 watt USB-C cable. That's interesting. So it's a cable and also a handle. It is the Explorer 240D. On this side of the box, it says shoulder carry, so you can put it around your shoulder. You can hand carry it, and it will fit in a bag. And this is so great because you can literally bring this and your Nintendo Switch 2 or your ROG Ally X or your Steam Deck or whatever portable gaming system you have or laptop or whatever, and you can charge it using the sun because it has solar input, and you can power things that you need to have power. So this is super exciting. And on this side, it's going to have a whole lot of different specifications as far as what the inputs and outputs and so it's 256 watt hours. So it's actually bigger battery than the C200 DC by Anker Solix. And it's bigger than the Asper X, I believe XP200. That's actually closer in line to the C300 DC by Anker because it has a 288 watt hour battery. Anyways, this is Jackery, and I'm trying to make this as fair as possible. So the model number is actually JE, that's Juliet Echo 240B as in Bravo. which that's interesting because it's the 240D, but it's 240B. 20 amp hours, 12.8 volt DC, 256 watt hours, LiFePO4. That's massive. This battery is going to last you thousands of charge cycles from full to empty, empty to full, full to empty, empty to full, over and over and over again for years and years to come. And then finally, after thousands of charge cycles, it's going to hold at least 80% of the battery. So it's still going to work. It's just not going to last as long. So it says it weighs about 4.85 pounds. And then it gives us a breakdown of what all of the inputs and outputs can do, especially when you combine them and you have multiple. So like that's an awesome number there. It says 100 watts max, 60 watts max, 15 watts max. So if you use all 3 USB-C ports, you're going to get 175 watts essentially. If you use 2 USB-C ports, you're going to get 200 watts maximum, or you can get 140 watts max, say to that MacBook Pro 16-inch, for example, and then 15 watts to your phone. So your phone's not going to charge super fast, but 15 watts is still fast. And then we have safety listings, UPC, and other good information down here. And now for the most exciting part of this whole video, well, you know, it was, and then it wasn't. All right, so there we go. It says save the box, so don't tear the box up. Keep the box, because if you need to exchange this thing for whatever reason, you'll want to keep this box laying around. Oh, and we have tape right here that's making it towards this. Doesn't. All right, so right away at the very top, we've got some instructions. And this is my type of instructions right here. We've got pictures. And this isn't hundreds of pages. This is just right in your face. So, oh, we're looking for English. So right here, DC input, USB-C. So the bigger one that's got the round part with the little sharp center, that's the 7909. Or maybe, no, that's the 80. I don't know. But all the different types of adapters and stuff. And then we have the user manual. This is the one that's like a whole lot of pages. And so it says DC input. It's a DC 8020 port. It can do up to 28 volts. So 16 to 28 volts, 6 amps for 100 watts max. And for the car, it can do 11 to 16 volts at 6 amps for 96 watts max. And then we have, of course, the USB-C, which is 20 volts, 5 amps, 100 watts. Then we have that USB-C 3, which is just 15 watts, 5 volts, 3 amps. And then USB-C 1, which is 28 volts, 5 amps for 140 watts. And then I'm just going to very quickly go through these. So you press it. You can press and hold for 3 seconds. The LCD automatically turns off after 2 minutes of inactivity. Always on display. That's huge to me. So basically, you're going to double press the main power button when the LCD screen is on. Then it's going to keep it on always. Turn it off by pressing the main power button. And then the always on display mode turns off automatically after 2 hours of inactivity. So we can charge it with USB-C using 140 watts. We can charge it with solar at 100 watts. We can charge it in the car at 96 watts. Some more information there. And then, yeah, we're done. So, pretty simple. I'm going to put all of this stuff back in here. I hope I don't have to return it, but just in case. All right, the exciting star of the show here, the actual power bank. So, we've obviously got the screen with the little orange peel over it to protect it. We've got the power button, which I just pressed it, and it says 29%. It shows the input, the output. We have the USB-A, which is up to 15 watts. We have the USB-C 3, which is up to 15 watts. We have the USB-C 2, which is output only. That's super nice to see. So say I want to charge another Jackery or another solar generator that has a USB-C input, and it has an AC inverter on that power station. I can take this 256 watt hours? Yeah, 256 watt hours, and I can put that into another power bank that has an AC inverter because it's got the output only. And sometimes when you connect a USB-C cable from one to another, like this one, for example, both ports are in and out, you don't have that option. It's going to fight over which one charges and which one discharges. So, for example, I'm going to plug this into the main one here, and this might feed the power into this, or this might feed the power into this. You really have no control. But since you have that output only, I can connect that up, and then it's going to take the power and put it into this little guy. For example, this is the in and out, so we don't want to use that one. We'll use this port right here, 100 watts output only, and we'll connect it to this guy's input port here. And then we could turn the AC inverter on, and now it's going to keep feeding this battery into this guy until this one's drained. Then it can use the battery that's in here. So say you have a power outage, right? We literally had one today. And say what you want your fan to keep going while you're sleeping. You can plug your fan into this AC output thing here, and if both of these are fully charged, it's going to keep draining this battery into this one until this one's dead. Then it's going to continue using the battery that's in here. So I absolutely love seeing output only. And then we have that DC input there for solar, which we're definitely going to want to try that out, which, to be honest with you, it's, I don't have any sun right now, and I want to get this video out today. So I may not even be able to test solar. But I do plan on making a YouTube short showing this thing charging at 100 watts using solar. See, it's just freaking wet, and rainy, and cold. No sun at all. No power input. So unfortunately, this video will not show solar. Like I said, YouTube short will come. And then we have the 140 watt port there. So we got this carry handle, which, like they showed, is also a cable, which is super freaking interesting. Like, that is a durable freaking cable then. We're going to take this 140 watt power adapter here and plug it in to the input port. And if you look at that, we got 133 watts coming in, and this shows that it's putting out 132, 141 total from the wall. There is some loss going from AC to DC. And it says 6 hours? That doesn't sound right. Oh yeah, so if we double press it, the screen's supposed to stay on. Oh, the screen's gonna stay on anyway because it's charging. So I was using this power station by a different company, and I'm gonna take this output only port here and put it into the input port here, and we're gonna see if we have pass-through charging. Which right away, this little thing, this cable through AOHI that I made the video on, AOHI, yes, 100 watts of input. So we got 133 going into this thing from the wall, and then we have 98 going out to this thing. So we do have pass-through charging, and very good pass-through charging, mind you. And then we still have that 15 watt port to connect a USB-C cable and plug it into our phone. And it's showing we're getting 15 watts to the phone. And on here, we now have 115 output. So we're getting even closer to that input. Right now, we've got more coming in than what's going out. So this will charge, albeit at a little bit slower of a rate. And then we'll take that USB-A port and connect up a power bank that I believe is not fully charged. Yeah, so it's at 85%. And it's got the little bolt icon and the time remaining. So it is currently accepting an input. And we can see that it's 11 watts on this little reader here. So look at this. Now we are putting in 133, still the same, but we're outputting 124. So we are absolutely taxing this guy right now. I'm going to go ahead and let this thing fully charge. We're going to run through some tests. All right, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this video up. So I charged from 30% to 100%, and it took about an hour, 40-ish minutes to do that. So you can kind of get an idea of how long it'll take to go from empty to full. That's going to have to be a YouTube short because I do want to wrap this video up. Now, if you can't tell, I absolutely love these power stations because I love playing video games on my ROG LiX, and with this cable that comes with it built in, I can keep playing my ROG LiX at its top performance. And as you can see, we're getting 94 watts of output going to our ROG LiX. What I don't like is that there's no screen that shows how long this can possibly last. I mean, it's not that hard to figure out because this is a 256 watt hour battery, and that means I can play my ROG LiX for roughly 2.5 hours. Now, obviously, it's going to be longer than that because my ROG LiX will eventually fully charge, and it won't draw that 100 watts. So it'll probably be closer to 3.5 to 4 hours of total runtime with this guy and this guy together. And then holding down the button turns it off, and then since something's connected, it turns right back on. It vibrated, it let me know that it got power. And now we're back up to charging at 95 watts. And while I have our gaming device charging at its full rated speed, I'm gonna connect my MacBook Pro. And now we're pushing close to 200 watts of output. My MacBook is nowhere near dead, so it's not going to charge at its full speed. The lower your battery, the faster it's gonna charge. When you have a high state of charge, then your battery is going to slow down in charging, just like this unit did when it got to, 90%. It did slow down. So now we're almost utilizing this to its full capacity. And you can see on my MacBook Pro, it does indicate that we have a 100 watt charger connected. And then obviously, like you saw earlier, I will go ahead and change this over to the 100 watt port there because this is an output only and we want to keep this thing fully charged. And now we'll connect the AC charger to the input here. And now we have pass-through charging. We can keep playing our RGLIX, and this battery will not die as long as the AC power remains on because we are currently inputting more power than we're outputting. So this is just super freaking exciting. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. I'd greatly appreciate it. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. I'm most active on my YouTube community page. Just click on my profile, youtube.com/whatwoldjoshdo, and go to where it says posts. You'll see home, video, it'll say posts, and then you can see all the latest stuff I'm up to, including that I was making this video, which in fact, let's go ahead and put these back in here. That's a nice locking mechanism. It's satisfying to hear that sound. Click. And now we have our little carrying case. And you can see we unhooked the output, and since it's at 97%, it slowed down the charging. It's only 76 watts. But whenever we had an output, all I did was simply connect my RGLIX to the 100 watt output port here, and now it's back up to 131. So this thing is super freaking cool and very capable, and I definitely recommend it. Is it the best option? I don't know. This is just the unboxing and first initial impressions and quick tests. Obviously, I'll need to follow this up with another video. I'll possibly just make some YouTube shorts, and if I can remember, I'll link those videos in the comments below and I'll pin it, because I want to see how long it takes to go from empty to full. And I also want to show you guys this thing solar charging. This is What Would Josh Do, and I'm out.